I'm Raylan Benjamin. I'm the Animal Control Officer with the City of New Hope. Pretty much any animal-related calls, concerns, questions in the city. That's, domestic pets, cruelty investigations, wildlife. I've even had people just ask me, training questions or veterinary questions, end-of-life care, things like that. Last year, I think it was like 400 to 500 cases in New Hope alone, animal-related. So it doesn't always seem like a lot, and obviously it, varies by the season. It's a lot quieter in the winter. Springtime gets pretty busy, summertime pretty busy. This is what I use to get the ducklings out of the sewer, catch stray cats, other little animals, injured geese, etc. People call because they see something and they're like, oh, I don't know if this is normal or, what to do with this, how to be able to coexist with wildlife. And so that's where I would come in and let them know, if you don't want a family of raccoons under your deck, here are some things you can do. We had some of the birds were starting to hatch pretty early this year, but this is kind of the thick of it right now. We're starting to get a lot of the ducklings in the sewer calls, and had few animals getting hit by cars, so some injured wildlife needing assistance, rabbits, opossums. As the turkeys come out and breed, a lot of people are upset with them. They're in the roads or going through people's yards. A lot of folks aren't familiar with certain animals, or we get a lot of people who move here from different places. We have a pretty thriving coyote population in the state, and we do have coyote dens and families in New Hope. Trapping and relocating, I get a lot of questions about that. With the turkeys, the coyotes, it's not really a thing that is done. Even the DNR doesn't really touch a lot of it. So there's, ways that we can coexist, or ways that we can, it's called hazing, and, try to get these animals to move off of certain properties. People get concerned when they see babies out and about, especially rabbits, or right now like the fledgling robins. For the most part, it's normal to see little rabbits on their own, as long as they're fully furred, their eyes are open, they start crawling out of their nests. I would be concerned about that if they were in your backyard and you had dogs. This is the microchip scanner that I use to help try to get dogs and cats back to their families if they have a microchip. The City of New Hope doesn't allow free roaming cats, but if your cat does happen to get out, or you do let your cat in your backyard, it's pretty common that we'll have injured wildlife due to cats. So just something to keep in mind, that if that is what you're going to partake in, you'll probably be visiting the rehab center pretty often. If you ever have a question, you can definitely, call, and I can either come out and look at it myself, or get information over the phone.